Hey everybody, today I'm out here at the beach again. I might have told you one of the last videos that we did here at the beach. I am going to try to get back to my old routine. Actually, I'm not trying to do anything. I am getting back to my old routine where I get out and I enjoy this beautiful landscape that we have here, beautiful beach. Every day is a pretty day and it's not stormy and rainy. I'm going to get out here for at least 15, 20 minutes and just go walk and soak up some sunshine. Now I'm a ginger, so small doses and a lot of sunscreen is the way to go. Usually I'm only out here for like 20, 30 minutes max. That's all I need. It's like one of the best forms of reset that I've found. It's kind of like going to the gym, but better. you know uh you sweat about the same amount, you know but this is a little more enjoyable for me. And yeah, I kind of got out of that routine for about, I would say, really ever since COVID. When COVID hit, they shut the beaches down here for about a month, and that was long enough to get me out of my routine. Where back then I would come out here and I would swim for maybe 20 minutes a day. Would swim until I couldn't swim anymore, and then I would just float, just get out and just let the tide kind of carry me in and out, and just like really just connect with that ebb and flow of the water. And it would just get my mind right every time. It was just like one of the best things ever, and it still is. Now I'm getting back to that. It's a little too cold to go swimming for me. I don't really like cold water. I could go swimming, but I'm not going to today. But it'll be warm soon enough. Right now it's still spring break. We're on the back end of spring break, so it's mostly, I think it's like high schools at end spring break. Or at the front end, it's more like college spring break. But we're out here in Sandestin, where we literally have the most beautiful beaches that I've been to. I've been to a lot of different beaches in my day, but I grew up coming to this beach. So I got spoiled. I never knew how nice our beaches were until we started traveling other places and going to some of the most quote unquote nicest beaches in the world. But really, this is for me. You don't get much better than this. But yeah, it's still it's March. Yeah, I think it's March 24th or 25th today, something like that. And it's just now, season is just now starting. So I'm excited to do this as much as I can. And we're going to make a lot more content where I'm just out here rambling, talking what's on my mind. People seem to like it, you know, whether I'm talking about lifestyle and fitness and mindset, getting your mind right, or whether I'm talking about art and how to make a career out of art, or whatever nonsense I might have rolling around in my mind that day. If you have any requests on what you would like me to make some content about, let me and my team know. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what you're into, what you like, and we'll do our best to see if we can create something for you. But yeah, it's really easy to take things for granted when you experience something every day of your life and it becomes routine, where you're just like, that's just like, I wake up and it's there. You don't really realize what you have until it's not there, which sucks. That's like human nature. It's really weird that us as humans tend to do that kind of stuff, but I'm working on not taking things for granted anymore. Even if it's just like the small doses of getting out here in the sunshine, like we live in paradise, but if you don't actually enjoy it, what's the point? So, another thing I'm working on right now is getting out and meeting people, like showing my face, not being so reclusive. For a long time, all I did was work. work, 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 work. And I love what I do, so it doesn't seem like work, but I'm an obsessive person. I'm like all or none. So I'm like either all in it or I'm all out of it. And that's not really healthy, you know? So I'm working on creating a little more balance in my life. And one thing that we all need in our lives are other people, other humans. You know, human interaction is very important. And life is beautiful, people are beautiful. And it's real easy to get jaded and get like to a point where, you know, just like screw it. I don't want to do this because of bad experiences that I've had in the past. But um, yeah, that's not a way to live, right? So I'm working on getting out, being more social, enjoying, you know, general interaction with strangers and just seeing what comes up. You know, we're all connected. All of us, all living things are connected here on this planet. And it's kind of weird when you really start looking at it, like how intertwined we all are and how small this world really is. It's like, you know, you travel somewhere halfway across the globe and then all of a sudden you run into somebody that you know from back home or somebody that you went to high school with or like a teacher or some crap like that. It's really strange. When I was in the airport just last week coming back from Aspen, I was just talking to people. Like both of our flights were delayed. I had my 3-year-old with me, and both of our flights were delayed. So it was a long travel day for Daddy and his little girl, and no naps that day for little one. And you know, everybody's frustrated. Everybody's just like, you know, ready to get home. But I was chit chatting with some of the other people that were on my flights, and it's amazing, like how many connections we had, like people that we knew. I don't know. This is really weird. Life is really strange sometimes, but the universe definitely will let you know if you're looking for it, like how connected everything is. I didn't really realize how connected everything is until I was about 17 years old, and I had an experience. It was like really the first time I ever got a bird's eye view of my life, where I got kind of outside of my own experience. I don't want to go into too many details other than that, but that changed me forever. And uh, never have I ever looked at things the same since. But it was a positive thing, and I kind of leaned away from that for a long time, and I'm leaning back into that now because it really is a beautiful thing, like how connected we all are. So these little things that we do, you might not realize how much impact one person can have on the grand scheme of things, on the bigger picture. But these little things that we choose to do, and their choices, their decisions we make. Uh, if you put in just a little bit of energy to make somebody else's day better, you don't know how that's going to impact the rest of their day and who they're going to impact, and then who those people are going to impact because of this one little thing. I mean, it's kind of like pay it forward, right? Like, if everybody would do that, wouldn't it be great? But that's not how it works. But at the same time, it is the way it works. So I'm working on that and working on mindset once again in my life. As much things as I know and have learned and have been taught by my mentors and coaches and just good people in my life, uh, it's real easy to get to a place where you think you know it all and you think, oh, like I already know this. You don't have to tell me that because I've already experienced it. I've already learned it. But it's another thing to stay in it and practice it consistently. And mindset is probably one of the biggest puzzle pieces to my success in my life, and success as well as just fulfillment, being a happy fulfilled individual in life. You know, it all comes down to mindset and perspective and that attitude of gratitude, right? Like your mindset is the one thing that is under your control. Nobody can take that from you. Nobody can take that from you whatsoever. And it's a choice what you do with it. And, that's pretty awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this beach walk. I just thought I'd say hey. So hey, bye.